Hi everyone, welcome. Out here on the bench I've got a pair of European nightcrawler worm bins and the food that I've got for them. A couple days worth of coffee, some pepper cores, and pumpkin chunks. Fresh out of my freezer, mostly frozen but gradually thawing. The way we delivered the feeding last time, 14 days ago, when the system was 100 days of age, yay, we took coffee filters, these types, and used them as little pockets to make little sandwiches for them. And that's how the food was dropped into the feeding zone. I did another feeding yesterday, similar, kind of shoving the food into little burritos. I always feel like my inventory on certain things on occasion just starts to grow, perhaps because I'm neglecting to use this stuff. Somehow it just gets forgotten about. Well, in this case I've got a good number of coffee filters I'd really like to work down. Sometimes my leaf blower, when I'm collecting all these leaves in the autumn time, picks up stuff that I'm not so sure about. A feather, what happens with a feather? Does it get broken down? I guess my typical impulse would be to not include stuff like that as part of my bedding, although it's a natural substance which will decay and break down over time, so the worms will eventually, probably, I guess, be able to make use of it. And this felt like a piece of wood, but it's got such an unusual consistency to it. I can totally press it and squeeze it, kind of making me question if it's really wood or not. It just looks like wood, and it cracked like wood, but it's so lightweight and whatever. But I think it's time to press on. It seems like we were pretty generous with the top coating of leaves we laid out here. And right beneath those coffee filters that we left here as our feeding zone indicators, you could see a good bit of activity where the worms have clearly come up. Well, no, I was going to say they consumed all the leaves that were placed there, but I think we didn't place anything where the feeding zone indicators were. We're nowhere near even seeing a worm yet. All this chit chat. Let's get to seeing how they did with their little food bundles. It was apple peels, which in most cases I'll assume that apple might need some time for some reason. The stuff seems pretty resistant to breakdown, and in a lot of cases it takes a while before it starts to pick up momentum and start breaking down in my systems. So that's one of those types of foods that seems to take a little bit longer. I kind of think of those almost as like a time release sort of feeding, which will steadily decay over time, and portions of it will become available to the worms as stuff, but a good portion of it will, continue. So here's mostly apple peels, but there are a couple apple cores, and I guess we'll see over time how it progresses. They're not very big items, but they still seem to hold their own in the worm bin on occasion. Although I could say for sure I've had occasions where I've seen apples just go so quickly that it actually surprised me to see. But yeah, okay. I guess the part of the reason I enjoy doing these little food bundles within the holder, if you will, within the coffee filter like that, is because sometimes they do trap a few worms that we can gawk at for a moment. But I would have to say that after 2 weeks there is still a good bit of apple peel remaining here in bin number 1. But it's not being ignored. They're certainly working it, as you can see. So they must enjoy it. All that sugary goodness, it's just a little slow to break down and get consumed in the worm bins. Totally normal. I think I changed my mind. I think we've got plenty of coffee filters here to last a while. We don't need to add more. Even though I got a good sized collection of them. I've got my prepared bedding we could use. And I've also got a couple paper towels that have been sitting here on my bench for the longest time. I don't know, They seemed like they were on the verge of becoming the sort of thing that you kind of forget is there for the purpose of being used in the worm bin and broken down. You start to think it's just part of the, you know, part of the workbench. Although, you know, sometimes it probably doesn't hurt to have a paper towel or two just resting there on hand if it's needed in a pinch, making me feel like maybe I should put it back and hang on to those as well. I guess I'm still left with my prepared bedding. And yeah, all this leafy matter getting blended in the process. Once we get back to covering up the food that we add today, we'll also give a quick aeration to the outer edges of both systems, at which point all that leafy matter that was resting on the surface will now get blended into the rest of the bed. Really nice stuff. And it's so weird, like when you're plowing your fingers through stuff and you could tell that you've suddenly hit a little cache of worm activity. You know, just the resistance that your fingers feel as you run your fingers through it is very distinctly worm. Yeah, look at that. Big bundles of worms everywhere, enjoying the tasty treat of apple peel we gave them last time. And well, I think the apple peel will just persist as something that they're going to be able to continue working on gradually and eat it as it becomes available to them once it gets to that stage. But I also feel good about coming in with stuff that they can just jump right on and start consuming, like the pumpkin and the peppercorns. Those are all the sorts of things that I believe they're quite capable of diving right into pretty much right away. So make sure I don't transport any little wormies on my glove into my bedding supply here. Ooh, that's a pretty large quantity. I didn't realize I grabbed quite so much. So I feel like I'm gonna have to do the same over in bin number 2 and make sure I provide a similar portion just to be fair. And before we drop in all the yummy fruits, I think I did the same thing last time where we tried to make all this bedding material even more interesting just by sprinkling some of my worm chow down into it. And the other thing we could sprinkle down in there is some coffee. And you know, these coffee filters right here actually would yeah, why don't we use these as replacement feeding zone indicators, and that would allow us to now promote the ones that had been in here previously to a more elevated role, and that is to become supplementary bedding in the feeding zone. And now I feel like I'm just going to have stacks and stacks of paper by bringing in all these coffee filters again. But we'll have to see. I think they'll do okay. But let's empty the coffee filters, but set them aside so that they can be deployed as our replacement feeding zone indicators. And finally, in can come today's yummy meal. All right, let's see how much of this we got here. We got a nice portion of pumpkin here, and I've still got some in my freezer, and I know that I've still got a pumpkin at my mom's house sitting out on her front porch, and it's practically Christmas. Pumpkin is still surviving, so at some point, once I'm done with the pumpkin supply that I've already got here, which is the first pumpkin I got, which was from my sister's, once this is gone, I'll be able to move in on that next one. Luckily, it hasn't started to droop and collapse on itself, so I think it's holding up, but the temperature going up and down and freezing and thawing, I'm questioning whether it's going to survive. Man, that was a generous portion of bedding, and now the bedding that was out on the surface, all this leafy stuff getting blended in, is going to be very nice too. I'm getting this sensation as if perhaps the material could benefit from a little bit of moisture. I'm also factoring in how the leafy matter doesn't have a great deal of moisture content to it either, possibly compounding a situation that's still tolerable and sending the bedding from being still damp enough to not being damp enough. So I think I will be coming in here with my jug of water, which has kind of taken over anymore as the replacement as my de facto water supply. And I think it works fine. You know, we're coming back on with a nice plastic top coating, right? It's going to help the system hang on to its moisture content and, you know, prevent evaporation from stealing it away. So that will definitely help us. And I think that also helps just that process of the moisture in the system trying to evaporate, sends the stuff through the material, or so it seems to me. And by being all underneath that plastic, it seems to get everything nice and damp. Okay. I was only pondering for a moment there whether or not as much moisture needs to go into bin number 2, because the moisture situation here feels a little bit better, if you will. I guess that just means more damp, more cozy for the worms in here, I think. But it doesn't mean we would neglect giving them a little splash too. You know, 114-day-old systems receiving feeding number 9, they can certainly make use of all this moisture. How do you like that? You know, I was even thinking about maybe coming in with a little bit of like a surface dressing. I don't have leaves. Those would be what I would normally use, as you saw before, the way we left the system last time. But why not? We'll just drop a little bit more on. Although I gotta be careful. I've done it recently where I've kind of added and added and added material to the point where I kind of ran myself out of space to work. And at that point, naturally, you just got to stop. Maybe there's no harm in trying to reach that exact stage as quickly as possible. I have actually wondered if that's the proper way to do it, by maximizing the space in which the worms can be. Sometimes, you know, promoting the expansion of the population. By giving them extra space, maybe it causes some mating tendencies. I don't know. All right. I'm so tempted to pull up my sleeve, but I don't want to use my dirty glove to do it. Go to the sink first and get cleaned up. So I'm not going to keep you around for all that cleaning up and putting away stuff. That's boring. Before I go really quick, let me just say thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, as always, please don't forget to leave me a quick thumbs up before you go. That's always really appreciated. And if you haven't done so already, please also consider subscribing to the channel. That's very much appreciated as well. All right, everyone. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye now.